My name's Melinda Clark. About 4 or 5 years ago, I embarked on an art project which was to create an illustrated map of Melbourne. I'd done a similar thing about 30 years ago, but decided to take on the project again. I'd worked behind the scenes for 4 or 5 years and then finally have created this amazing product, which is our map of Melbourne. And my goal then was to share that with Melburnians and the world, which led me on my search for ways to market. And obviously one of those was Facebook marketing. I had a bit of a go at that myself and just got totally bamboozled with that and realised that that's not my forte and I needed to get some experts in. When I went on Facebook advertising, I tried it a bit myself. There was just all the options that you need to tick. And I'm like, where do I start? And am I going in the right direction? And I just tried a few and the results were pretty poor. But I could understand that someone had to know which buttons to click. and it was just a matter of connecting with that person that could help and solve those problems for me. When I spoke to Dave, he was just upfront. He said, if we don't think that we can help you, we're not going to just take your money and just because we can. He was just great at communicating that. We talked over weeks and weeks about what could happen and how it could happen and how much it would cost, and we do a kind of trial at the start and see how it worked. That's where we got to in our conversations, and it was definitely a risk, but it felt like it was a calculated risk. I felt comfortable taking that risk and, chatting to Dave. Then I met Paul, and he was the one that was actually doing the behind-the-scenes work, and we had a chat as well. So the relationship started off small and slow, and then, as we progressed, there was just more ideas and more opportunities, and we were getting an amazing response from the advertising that we were doing on Facebook. So it just sort of went from there. Before I engaged BidPixel, I would just go in the back end of the Facebook platform and guess whether this was the person that I was trying to reach, and the age group and the income group and all those things that you can make a choice. I was pointing and clicking and just sending my money away, really not knowing whether it was going to have any value or not. I actually didn't even understand the reports that came in behind. I knew that I could sit down and work all this out if I wanted to, but why would I want to spend all those hours trying to educate myself on that? It wasn't going to add any value to my business. I had too many other things to do. I figured early on that I wasn't necessarily doing the right things, and it was a waste of money and a waste of my time. So that's sort of what led me to my search for something better. So now I think the relationship with BidPixel's been going for nearly a year. That's gone really, really quick. And I just let it go and I wait for the monthly reports. I don't keep a really, really keen eye on it other than when the report comes through from Paul. I get this video where he points through all the metrics and explains to me where the ad has reached, how many people we've reached each month, and what kind of income has come from that. So I don't have to try and work that out myself either. It's all just in plain language. Then I just know I feel comfortable on going through to the next month, and we can see, where there's improvements. There's been 7 times return or more than that, but my average is I'm getting 5 times return on my investment, or more than that, 5.5. So that's a terrific boost. And this is before I even had a product to sell. That's all pre-sales. So I'm feeling that going forward, now I have the actual product and I can deliver. And I've got new products coming out, Jigsaw, Calendar, all different iterations of the map that those figures are going to get even better. Discovering BidPixel in a great big sea of people that are offering those kind of services to you. To me, it's just been a gem, because it's allowed me to present my product to a huge audience, and it's allowed me to grow my business and feel comfortable about what I'm doing and feel confident in what I'm doing in the Facebook realm. It's a big, scary world out there, this Facebook advertising, and you can just throw a whole ton of money down a hole and not get anything for it. So I would recommend BidPixel because it's not just the Facebook advertising, it's the relationships that you build with that. It's the trust that I have in Paul to do the right thing by my business, and they're honest and they're upfront and they communicate well. And so far for me, the experience has been fantastic. And I just highly recommend being able to work with a bunch of people that really care about what they do and they really like what they do, and that shows.